Welcome back to Fine Print for Life. If this is your first time here, I'm Monique, and today's video is going to be all about my June budget. I'm going to share with you how I did, where I am in my debt payoff, and some plans for the future. Let's go ahead and get started. This first slide is all about my income. And if this is your first time here, I count my rollover from the previous month as income, even though technically it isn't, but it's money in the bank to count. So I have gone ahead and counted that. I expected to have $107 rolled over, but I actually had $134 rolled over. So that was $27 more than I had anticipated. This month, I got paid 4 times. I get paid on a weekly basis, and I expected to get $3,316 after taxes and 401k and all that. So this is just my net income that I'm counting, and I got exactly what I expected. So then there was a photo gig that I did, I think it was in May, and I got paid in really early June for it. So that was $200, and it's exactly what I expected, and that's what I got. So my total income was $3,650 for the month. And that's $27 more money than I had expected because of that rollover. This next slide is all about my expenses. And I did okay this month. It wasn't as dramatic as last month, thank goodness. So my giving was a little higher than I had anticipated. There were a few things that came up and I donated. So I spent $82 more on giving than I had expected. My electric bill was exactly as what I had expected, and thank goodness it went down by $85 or so. So next month's electric bill won't be as expensive as this month. How is your electric bill where you live? Do you get charged a lot? I remember living in Washington State, and the electric bill wasn't this high, but I also lived in apartments, so I'm wondering if it's because we live in a house. I would love to know how you save on electricity and any tips or tricks that you have, because the electric bill is the bane of my existence. I didn't have any waste or water this month, so that was $0. My phone was exactly the same as I had anticipated. My Google and YouTube, the same. My Netflix, they got me to come back. They lowered the price by $1 and they kept emailing me. And then I was talking with somebody about a show, and then I was like, I really want to watch that show. I can't even remember what it was anymore. And we ended up going back to Netflix. So that is $10 more than I had anticipated on spending on Netflix. Then I had my Audible bill as usual. That was expected. This month I ended up only putting $112 into my sinking funds. Usually it's $312, but I had an extra $200 in there. So I just went ahead and put $112 into the sinking fund. Then I had some home stuff, like we've been getting curtains and redoing the kitchen a little bit here and there. So some small minor home improvements, which I budgeted $300 for. It ended up going over by $143. However, there is an amount that is supposed to be refunded. We bought the wrong parts, and those will just get returned to IKEA once the returns lines calm down, because it's insane there apparently. A huge win this month was that we came under our food budget by $29. I am so excited about this. So my partner, my roommate, and I all decided that we wanted to have pizza a few times this month. So $100 of this is just for pizza. It's really interesting now that I'm not going to work and spending money on dining out. It's so shocking when I see how much 3 outings cost for pizza. It's kind of crazy. And so it really, really makes me consider, wow, I could have saved so much more money if I hadn't dined out. And it also reminds me that I need to keep it in check. I'm sure that we could get our grocery budget and our food budget way down. How much do you spend on groceries every month? Is it about the same or less? I've seen YouTubers who are living off of $120 for 2 people, or like $300 or $400 for a family of 5. And I see how they do it, but I'm not sure if I really want to like give up all the kind of treats and stuff that I have, since I don't have much else going on these days. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you think I should do a grocery challenge one month and only live off like $200 for 2 people? What do you think? Would you do it? Or is 200 too much? Should I push it down a little bit more? Let's see. I'd be curious to know what you think, and maybe I can do that in a future video. For my other spending, that includes birthdays. I bought some books. I bought this really nice blazer. I had a gift card from Kohl's, and I found this really cute blazer, and I've been looking for the perfect blazer for a really, really long time. So yay, I got that for actually $18. And then there were some birthday presents and other miscellaneous expenses. That is my other spending. I did go over budget a little bit. A big bill this month was Amazon renewed. It was $119. I had meant to cancel it, but they got me before I could. And then I ended up not really having a buffer in my account. So that was negative $100 in that category, but it's okay. I didn't overdraw or anything, and we're all good there. So my total spending that I thought I was going to do, so I had planned to spend $2,110, and I actually ended up spending $2,250, which is $140 over what I had anticipated. I've decided to add this outcome tab because you can see I had estimated the leftover amount of money after my spending that I would have to pay toward my debt was $1,513, but I actually only had $1,400 left, which is still pretty significant. So, and this figure is a result of that $27 more than I had anticipated to have coming in, and that $140 that I overspent. That was $1,400 to put toward my student loan savings, which I'm very, very pleased about. This slide will give you a debt savings update. If you're new to this channel, I have been not paying my federal student loans. The government has paused all its payments due until the end of September on federal direct loans, which happen to be the student loans that I have. And also, they've paused interest. Instead of making the payments directly to my student loan providers, I've gone ahead and just saved that money, partially because I'm following the Dave Ramsey plan, so I only really have $1,000 in my emergency fund. And in the event that something happens to my job or something during this crazy pandemic time that we live in, I wanted to have that money to access just in case I need it. And I will be officially paying off my student loan debt to the service lender later in October when the payments are going to come due again. So, and I'm just gonna put a lump sum down for that. So I am so excited, and I will be sure to record that transaction because there is nothing I love more than a debt payoff video. As you can see that my current student loan balance is $8,267, And my current savings to pay the balance with that most recent $1,400 deposit is $7,600. So I have $7,600 of that $8,267. So close. And I only have $667, which means that next month I will technically be debt free. It has been a long journey, and of course I will do a debt story time for you at some point in the near future. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this budget video, and I'm looking forward to hearing how you did in June. Will you leave that in the comments below? And if you got something out of this video, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. All right, thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.